Then kicking off the 7:30 hour, we got JKI facing off with the Moose Knuckles. Two teams we're still really trying to figure out. You know, the results, they've been up and down. Both teams have won some games, had some close games, lost some games. You know, pretty difficult one to pick here. I'm giving the slight edge to the Moose Knuckles. They got some experience out there. I think they're coming around. You know, I got them by a couple runs. 2 maybe.
Well, I'm looking forward to this game because it's going to look like with the maroon versus the dark chocolate, it's going to look like a whole bunch of turds out there playing kickball. So I'm going to go with, I think Moose Knuckles, their offense is stout. They're going to score some runs. There's some question marks about their defense after that last inning, but I think that was probably just an aberration. I'm going to go with Moose Knuckles by 7.5.
Whoa! Whoa! Really?
Whoa!
Really, just a variance there. You got 2 runs and 7.5. JKI, we've talked about, just had that big slobber knocker against new Kickheads, and then coming out again and losing this past week. And you just don't know where they're sitting right now. I can't take that inconsistency into in my lines. I'm not going to go bet on JKI on this one. Moose Knuckles had that great team a couple of seasons back. Looks like they're on the same track to success. I got Moose Knuckles by, I'm not going to go 7.5. I'll probably go a little bit more too. I'll probably go 3.5 on Moose Knuckles.
So we can give them 4 here. 4.5. I think
Brent,
to get the money moving.
Explain that 7.5 spread. Like, do you lay it down? What's the reason for the 7.5?
Well, I just look at how many runs would it take for me to place a bet on just kicking it, and I don't think that if it's 4 runs, I was only giving up 4.
You were speechless on that last part there. You kind of got cut out.
So no, I was just saying that I don't think that anyone's going to bet on Moose Knuckles if they're only laying 4. So you kind of have to stretch the line out a little bit, or else there's unless you play for Jimmy Kick It, I don't think anyone's going to bet on him with a low line.
Mm-hmm.
Push to 5.
You want to go 5.5 then? 5.5?
Yeah, that's good.
I think that gets a little action. Gets a little wise guys moving some money around here.
Yeah.
Oh, this should be a good game. The second game, Field 2, 7:30. The Battlestar versus the Jagernauts. Also, Jagernauts. I want to go ahead and get out ahead on this. The Chuck Jagernauts. My new kickball team, if I ever form one. Knots, N-O-T-S. I think the Nassau guys will get that, but everyone else tune out.
You talking about like Chuck Taylor's or something?
No, Chuck Yeager.
All right, well, it's way over my head. I got nothing on that. I'm sorry to leave you high and dry on that joke. But Yeager, I remember correctly, Dan Moore was actually not a part of that kick-ass loss that they suffered last week. That man showed up to the bar in a nice little suit and tie, so he wasn't playing in that first offensive series. Yeager, a consistent team, probably a little angry about this last loss. Yeah, I see them bouncing back. Battlestar, I see it keeping it really close. Really, really close. Probably a last inning type situation, maybe a tie going into the 5th, maybe somebody down a run.
You guys, they're not playing Battlestar. The Jaegers are playing Burning Bridges.
All right then.
All right.
The Jagernauts versus the Burning Bridges.
Can we redo this?
Yeah, we can totally redo
a couple
this.
things on this sheet.
All right. Jesus.
My bad, everyone.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Battlestar versus Jagernauts, and
You're wrong. Second game of the 7:30 hour, we have the Burning Bridges. The boys in white, they've got a fired up Jagernauts squad. They're coming out they got Dan Moore back. They're going to be doing the rooster everywhere. They're out to get satisfaction. You know me. I've been pimping the Jagernauts. I don't care if I mispronounce their name. I'm still on board. I don't know if I could pick them to win this game. Burning Bridges, coming off a tough loss to JFK. I still think they're an elite team. I still think they get the win here, but Jagernauts keep it close. They're a solid squad. You know, 1.5 to the Bridges, I'd say, maybe 2.
You got 2 teams. Burning Bridges lost 1, won 1, lost 1. Jagernauts tying, losing. You know, they didn't have Dan on that start of that lineup, one of the better offensive players in the whole WAKA Peninsula. So to have him back in the lineup is going to be a tremendous boost to the Jagernauts team. We talked about it earlier, a couple of defensive miscues in the week before for Jagernauts. Burning Bridges, though, you know, what type of Burning Bridges team is going to show up? Are we going to have the on-fire Burning Bridges really putting a picture to the name, or are we going to have, you know, kind of lay an egg Burning Bridges again? I think we're going to have the team for Burning Bridges showing up. Jagernauts, another close battle this week, but I have them, you know, giving this one up in a tight one, unfortunately. I got them losing by, I'll take Burning Bridges, you know, -0.5, excuse me.
These 2 teams match up really well together. This is actually a rematch from the quarterfinals last season, where they went into, I believe it was a 7-inning game.
They did. I saw that game. Extra innings, real tight all the way.
Yeah, really epic.
Incredible game.
SPM Classic there. So it'll be interesting to see the rematch. Both teams are coming off a loss in week 3, so they'll be itching to get back into the win column. I think Burning Bridges, I agree with Nathaniel. You know, they're an elite team, so I see them favored here. I'll give it 2.5.
So meet in the middle, 1.5 or 2. We don't like the push. Let's give them 1.5.
Does that sound about right?
You good with that?
I know you can't see our face.
I'm good with that.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
The Bridges, 1.5 over the Chuck Jagernauts. Game I'm looking forward to, finishing off the 7:30 hour. We got Kickin Tetrazzini. They've got the new Kickheads on the block who've been sort of all over the place. Kickin Tetrazzini, been coming on better and better every week. We know they got the experience. They got the 7:30 game, which is an hour less of tailgating time in the parking lot, which I think helps them. You know, I love those guys. I love them in the parking lot, which insert sexual innuendo here, and I like them in this game. They're going to win this one. They get their first win of the season over the new Kickheads. They do it by about 2.5. I would go with this one, if not more. I'm a believer in the pink.
Kickin Tetrazzini, they got a win in week 1 against Peanut Butter Jelly. But I see your point anyway. I would say this is an interesting matchup. With Kickin Tetrazzini, they have the 16th ranked offense in the league right now. They're only averaging half a run. I know it's still early, but statistics are starting to match up. New Kicks on the Block, they're actually the 16th ranked defense in the league, so they're giving up a whopping 10 runs a game. So we really got a case where something's got to give. So I think it'll be a good, interesting to see how that shakes out. I think it's going to be a back and forth game, a very tight one. I'm going to go with Kickin Tetrazzini, favored by half a run.
Yep. And the old motto is defense wins championships. If you're giving up, you know, all those runs, it ain't going to look very good in the win column. Kickin Tetrazzini came out focused last week, gave us a good run for our money against the Rumspringa in week 3. I got Kickin Tetrazzini getting the win this week against New Kickheads. Got them winning by 2, so I would set the line at, let's go, I would say for myself at 2.5.
I think with a half here and a 1.5, 1.5, maybe 1.
I'm the outlier. I'm the outlier. So.
What did you have, Brent?
if you can. Half a run.
Oh, and you had
CT.
I had him at 2.5. Yeah, just a little spark there for him.
1 run to the Angry Birds.
Sure.
All right. So that's Angry Birds by a run over the new Kickheads. And that wraps up the 7:30 hour.